Hi, there's a lot of controversy about the HPV vaccine, and in particular the Gardasil vaccine. And recently, the European Medicines Agencies said that they had no concerns over the vaccine, which is interesting considering that in January of this year, the American College of Pediatricians published an article on their website called New Concerns About the Human Papillomavirus Vaccine, which is the HPV vaccine. In this article, they expressed their concerns about the link between the HPV vaccine and premature ovarian failure, POF, which is also known as premature menopause. They went on to say that long-term ovarian function had not been assessed in the rat studies or the human trials before the vaccine was released into the general public. And because of this, GPs would not be aware that missed periods could be a sign of premature ovarian failure, and they would not be reporting these as adverse effects. They also said that the polysorbate 80, which is in the vaccine, was known to be associated with ovarian failure in rats, and that the aluminium adjuvant in the vaccine was known to be associated with autoimmune diseases. In America, there is a vaccine adverse events reporting system, and when you look on this, the premature ovarian failure reports are in the most linked to the Gardasil vaccine. When Gardasil was going through its trials, it was given against a placebo that was actually not a true placebo because it contained polysorbate 80 and the aluminium adjuvant that were both in the vaccine. So this explains why there were no discernible differences between the two groups in the trial. And it's noted by the American College of Pediatricians that the studies that have been done since have not been looking for premature ovarian failure, so they have not found it. And this would beg the question, what else have these studies not been looking for and so not found? The American College of Pediatricians contacted the makers of Gardasil vaccine, Merck, and several government agencies with their concerns. What they heard back from the government was that they would continue to do their studies, and if in the future they decided that there could possibly be a link between POF and the Gardasil vaccine, then they would do something about it. But they aren't doing anything about it at the moment. There are over 200 strains of HPV. Some of these cause warts on our hands and feet. 40 of these strains are sexually transmitted. The vaccines cover 4 in the Gardasil vaccine, 2 in the cervix, and in the new Gardasil vaccine that is coming out there will be 9 strains. What we do know also is that most sexually active people will get a HPV infection at some stage, but that they will resolve it themselves without even knowing that they have it. We also know that most cervical-induced changes by HPV vaccines resolve themselves, that 90% will resolve themselves and will be transient, and that this will happen within a 12 to 36 month period. The vaccine insert says that the vaccine has not been tested to see if it causes cancer or if it can cause destruction of our DNA cells or mutation of them. It also says that it has not been proven to prevent cancer in women between the ages of 27 and 45. Nor do they know how many antibodies must be produced to confer immunity against a particular HPV strain. And if immunity is conferred, they do not know how long it will last for. The adverse effects that are listed on the insert to the Gardasil vaccine range from vomiting to death, with many destructive side effects in between that can totally devastate a person's life. So we must consider also that we do not know when an adverse is going to affect a person or who it will affect and how it will affect them. So the question is, how can the EMA, the FDA, or doctors say that a HPV vaccine is of benefit when it is not proven to prevent cancer, when it causes premature ovarian failure, which means that these girls will not be able to have children themselves later in life. And it has a list of adverse effects that can cause destruction in people's lives. Do the research for yourself when it comes to vaccines. Make up your own mind if a vaccine is right for you, not based on what anybody else says. Thank you.